Yo, what's up? This is Dr. Funkenslice. Decided to start doing VoD reviews for people that put in videos. I thought it would be cool. I had she send this to me, so this will be the first time we're doing this and see how it goes. See if people like it. I'll put my Discord link in the description. So if you guys want me to review your VoDs, it'll be in the description below. All right, let's get started. So just looking at the stats right now, you have a lot of verse. Mastery is a bit high. You have a lot of haste, but your crit is very low. See if we can jump forward here. Not seeing an ability tracker anywhere. So for Junkyard, you definitely want to pick haste, so that's good. Oh, I see the ability tracker. Okay, there it is. Yeah, basically what I want to see here is a Roll the Bones, Vanish, Roll the Bones, Ambush, Blade Flurry. Definitely want to be using tricks. Got threat on everything right now. You want to make sure you keep... Definitely... So right off the bat here, you used a pistol shot proc before you got Blade Flurry up. So you definitely want to get Blade Flurry up as soon as possible. So what I'll do is Vanish, Ambush, Vanish. I'm sorry, Vanish, and then... Gosh. Ambush, and then Blade Flurry as soon as you can. You want that to be your second global. And then you can Vanish and Ambush again, so you activate Count the Odds. You want to get as many buffs up as possible. And then you want to get Slice and Dice up right off the rip. You also want to be using Tricks so you don't die. So right now you still don't have Tricks up, so you're losing out on energy gain. It might not matter right now because you have your Adrenaline Rush rolling, but it will matter in times that you don't. Yeah, it looks like you're still hitting stuff. Usually what I do in pulls like this is I'll run in and I'll immediately focus the thing that's important to kick. So right here in this, it's really important that you kick the root from Shaman, and then I'll start hitting the infiltrators. The infiltrators are really important to kill. They do a lot of damage to your tank. Something that's really important too is you want to make sure that you use between the eyes all the time on what you're hitting. So it's between the eyes uptime is extremely important because you get that 20% extra crit, which translates into Blade Flurry damage. So one thing here too, with that specifically, you can cloak, and then you're gonna want to evasion sprites, this sprites as much as possible. The one exception to the rule with Slice and Dice too is if you roll Grand Melee on your opener, you can just, you don't have to hit Slice and Dice. You'll get Slice and Dice after you use your first finisher, which should be between the eyes. So it's good. You have between the eyes on this. Skip ahead here. So yeah, it looks like you're hesitating to hit between the eyes here. It took you a while to get that up. You definitely want that to be your first finisher. So what I do is if I have flag up, I'll hit flagellation. Make sure you have full combo points, and then between the eyes. The reason between the eyes is so important is, you get that crit rolling, and it translates into more AoE damage from Blade Flurry as well. So that's really important. I'm not seeing where that you have... Okay, something... let me see if you re-roll this. Okay, so that's good. So you have a weak aura that's a little bit outdated right here. It's telling you to roll a single slice Sinister Strike buff. That's wrong. When you're playing Blunderbuss, you want to keep, which it looks like you're doing, so it's fine. I'm just you want to be wary of weak auras like that because they might not be updated for Blunderbuss. But yeah, I'm not seeing where you have. This is the only thing I'm in your bus bar. I'm only seeing Blunderbuss. I'm not sure where. Oh, okay, there it is, right there. Okay. So right now in this situation, I would slam Slice and Dice right now. You have combo points that you're not using going into the next pack. Still need to roll. There you go. Now you can okay. What's happening to your team? Definitely want to be focusing Solgamux there. That's the most important target to kill. I'm not sure what your tank's trying to do here. So one thing, since you have the crit buff, one thing that's kind of important, well, it's not too important, but one thing to note is that when you have high enough crit, like in other dungeons, when you take the crit bounty, when Between the Eyes crits, it does a lot more damage than Dispatch. So normally you just dispatch, use Between the Eyes when you get a proc and whatever, but when you have like really high crit, which your crit's pretty low right now, so it probably, and then when you also have Ruthless Precision with the roll, Between the Eyes does a ton of damage. So it looks like you're cloaking here, that's fine. Okay, so right here, so you have Sinister Strike up, you have no Adrenaline Rush, and it looks like when you're under 70 energy, it's okay to use the regular opportunity procs if it doesn't give you a Blunderbuss proc or send you over to proc to 4-piece. So usually that'll help a little bit rather than just waiting for energy to come back to Sinister Strike again. Look at your opening here. Do you want to roll the... Okay, that's good. See, okay, yeah, so you rolled off a single Sinister Strike, which is fine, but usually you want to not do that. Oh, fell into Sleep Puddle. I do that all the time. So you definitely want to slice and dice right now. You want to get that Blade Flurry up. Basically, just a thing that you can remember is, do I have a good roll? Do I have Slice and Dice up? Do I have Blade Flurry up in AoE? Do I have Between the Eyes on the target that I'm hitting? That's basically like the 4 most important rules. So you want to, yeah, it looks like you're letting Blade Flurry or Slice and Dice drop quite a bit. So immediately I want to see another roll right here. Nice. I want to see Blade Flurry on. So you're missing out some cleave damage right here, okay? There you go. Nice. Yeah, so right here is a really important target. You want to make sure that you're getting that BTE up. Between the eyes is very, very important. Okay, so that's good. You got between the eyes up on that really quick. Got flagellation up. This will be a good time to roll too. There you go. And then you vanish, dispatch, nice. Now right here you can vanish this or cloak it. I think you already vanished and you don't have cloak, so. Yeah, so for that for that mechanic, you go stand in that that dark plume of smoke over there that's dropped by the other boss. Your pally bopped you for some reason at the very end. Not sure why he did that. So yeah, I would say, okay, so yeah, you got between the eyes up right there. What I personally would have done was between the eyes mega crash and cleave off him since he's the higher health target. Basically, a good rule of thumb too with Outlaw is you want to. I mean, there are exceptions to this, of course, like with priority targets that are more important. But if you can find a high health target between the eyes and just stick on that target, keep between the eyes up and cleave off of it. Okay, you can probably skip past this. Also, I'm noticing that you don't have a shock bot yet. You don't have a shock bot or a haste bot. So you're going to be losing a lot of damage in this. Just in case, for anybody that doesn't know, in Junkyard, there's these bots that are around. The shock bot does, it does nature damage or whatever. It does a lot of damage. That's what makes this dungeon so easy, is because these shock bots are rolling around. There's one in the very top right of the screen, right over here. You can't really see it. Let's see if I can get a shot of it. Yeah, there's another one right there. There it is, right there, right next to the mini map right here. That's a shock bot. So you want to go pick those up. That's why you're losing a lot of damage in this dungeon. Also, there's a haste one that increases your haste. I'm assuming. Here, let's see if he picks it up later. I was assuming that he got haste because. Yeah, so the haste, those shockbots scale with haste. So the more haste you have, the more damage your shockbot's going to do. They picked haste at the beginning of this dungeon, and I figured that was because they were getting a shockbot. Oh, still looks like they're not getting it. Yeah, you want to make sure that you pick up your bots. There's one there in orange. See if they get it. Nope, it goes right past it. Okay. Yeah, so, okay, so you're cloaking that. Nice. Okay, got that. Yeah, so you want to make sure you get that shock bot. You're losing like 20% of your damage because you don't have the shock bot in this dungeon. Otherwise, in all dungeons, you want to pick crit instead of there are exceptions, like sometimes I'll pick versatility and like extreme, like really high tyrannical upper Karazhan or Grimwell Depot for the first boss, but okay, so you got it between the eyes up on that. Okay, so somebody took that orange bot there. Maybe you'll get the next one? I want to make sure you stun those. See if we skip. See if we. Yeah, so I'm seeing between the eyes, not on cooldown, not being used. So that's definitely something. Did he grab it yet? No. Yeah, see, okay, there it is. Right there. This little bot right here. That's really important. Very important for Junkyard. Very important. So right now, what I want to see is I want to see between the eyes on your main target, and I want to see you cleaving off that with Blade Flurry up 100% of the time. Yeah, you want to make sure you're using tricks too. Tricks is really important to help your tank gather. Okay, so it looks like you cloaked again. Good. You got between the eyes up there. You got Blade Flurry up. You got broadside and going across. You got a really good roll right now. I mean, your damage would be like 30k right now. You'd be doing like 30k at least DPS if you had the shock bot. Yeah, you definitely want to go grab that. Your damage suffers a lot. Yeah, so it seems like you don't know about him. That's fine. Just next time you go in here, you can just remember to grab those bots. Okay, so let's see how he does the opener here. So I want to see Vanish. I want to see Ambush. Okay, so yeah. So you were stealthed. And then let's see, did something break you out of stealth? Yeah, okay, so something might have broken you out of stealth. I want to see Ambush. I want to see Vanish, Ambush. Slice and Dice, get that Slice and Dice up. Pop Adrenaline Rush. Get that between the eyes up as soon as you can and just start going with your rotation. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Looks like you're keeping between the eyes up. It's good. Okay, so there's 5 deaths already. I'm not sure when those happen. It's funny that you're keeping up with, I don't know. You're keeping up with the Survival Hunter that I'm assuming has a shock bot. Yeah, so it looks like you're really eager to press Sinister Strike out of stealth. Because I'm assuming you're playing Count the Odds Conduit, you want to make sure that you always, if you ambush, if you're full combo points going into a new pack, then you just dispatch from stealth. I mean, like, okay, this number right here, you're doing just short of 30k DPS. Like, that damage right there is not bad, especially considering your 290 item level and you don't have a shock bot. That's not bad. You know, so I mean, you're not messing up. Like, you got, okay, let's see. Do you have between the eyes? I can't really tell if you have between the eyes. I think you do. Can't really see. You got Blade Flurry up. You got your roll up. You got Adrenaline Rush up. You're doing 30k DPS. You got between the eyes up. I don't know how you play with all these numbers in your face, though. So yeah, right now I'm looking to there you go. Between the eyes, cleave off that target. It's really important too for you to get like a focus macro. Like, so you can focus, and then like for me, I have my focus macro, I have focus kick, I have focus kidney, I have focus gouge, I have focus blind. Right now I'd be looking to, every time I go into a pack like this, what's the most important target that needs to be kicked? It's the shaman. Okay, before I run into the pack, I immediately focus so I can kick that thing. So you tab targeted to it. Tab targeting is really, really bad for Outlaw because you need to stay on your target that you have between the eyes on. But I mean, still, you're doing 30k DPS. I mean, it's not bad. I don't think I've seen you plus Tricks of the Trade one time, though. You don't have it keybound. But yeah, it's very helpful if you get in the habit of using focus macros. So right now, what I would be doing in this situation is I would have one bully focused. I would probably be finishing these trash tossers. They're like the most dangerous to your group right now, and watching out for where these bullies are pointing. Yeah, because you don't want to get hit by those. In a higher key, you'd be dead. Your healer can't heal you while you're in the smoke, by the way. Oh, there's a cheat. That's all right. That's what it's there for. That's why we have that. I gotta say, your UI is very clean, though. For me, personally, I cannot play with my buttons down here, but that's just personal preference. By no means. If your UI works for you, that's great. It looks really clean. Okay, so I want to see a quick stealth. Okay, see, there you go. Okay, so it seems like in single target, you're putting your between the eyes up pretty reliably. So you got your slice and dice up. Oh! Right now you can evasion these guys. Now let's make sure that you're... So when this mechanic, you need to go touch the robot, or you need to go touch one of these little pylons, and that's how you get rid of the shock buff that you have on there, and that's what kills the ads. So let's see, you got between the eyes up. I mean, your damage is not bad. From pole to pole, but yeah, I mean, you don't have your shock bot, so it's gonna be low overall. Get bad here. Okay. So right here, I would be, you're about to, it's really important to kick the reorganize, what are they called? The renormalizer, that's it right there. These guys are really important. Another thing that I do is I use Plater. It looks like you're using LVI nameplates, possibly, I think. It could be Plater, I'm not sure. Weakoras. You have Weakoras, but I'm not seeing any. Anyways, what I do is when when a dungeon's new, you're running it, you figure out what's important. What I do in Plater is I recolor the nameplates of like really important mobs. So as soon as we go into a pack, I can easily pick them out and then focus them before the pack comes. So I know exactly what I need to do as soon as we go into the pack every time. Because for me personally, I get lost in like 15 mobs. So yeah, I would be focusing this renormalizer because it looks like you're about to chain it. So you want to kick shrink. And then what I do here is I would immediately, between the eyes the cavalry, that's an important mob that needs to die. You can between the eyes the cavalry, or you can between the eyes the infiltrator. Okay, so we need to get tricks up. You can cloak that. I would cloak that before somebody steps on you. It looks like your paladin's, you're extreme danger of being stepped on right now. It looks like your paladin's not dispelling you. So yeah, you want to cloak that. You have cloak up. You want to kick charge coil, you want to kick shrink. But yeah, I mean, if you've been shrunk like 80% of this pulse, so you're not gonna do any damage. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it looks like it doesn't kill you. Before it would just kill you because you get stepped on. But yeah, problem for me with Outlaw at first is I would get lost in too many things to do. But once I figured out the priority of the things that you need to do, it became a lot easier and it flowed a lot easier. You know, am I an AoE? First priority is getting Blade Flurry up. You know, is there an important target? That's what I'm between the eyes. You know, is my slice and dice up? I need to get that up. What roll do I have? Is it a bad roll? Then re-roll. Is it a good roll? Leave it. Is my Blade Flurry up? Once you get in the habit of just doing those things, it'll become a lot easier for you. Okay, good. You ambush. See, where's your vanish cooldown? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. So again, I said this before, but it looks like you keep your between the eyes up in single target pretty reliably, but it's just important to remember that it's very important in AoE as well. It's funny that you got it seems like your whole team may not, like only a few people got shock bots. Excuse me. So you can, what I do is, okay, so you can, that works too. You can also cloak up all the way. Okay, good, you're waiting. Nice. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so what I do, what my group does is, okay, so if you click on it, it actually, well, you don't have, it doesn't look like you're using LVI unit frames, but typically you can see the energy of how long you need to channel it before it goes down. So if you, these little guys right here, if you touch them, if you go in their little red circle, they port you down. So basically what we'll do is our warlock will set up a gate, you know, down to the guy, and what we'll do is when it's like 5% left, all the DPS will hit this little guy right here, or whichever one, doesn't matter which one, and get ported down, and the tank finishes it off. And then, so, you know, I'll grappling hook right down the boss. So you have like maximum energy, right, or uptime right now. So what you guys are doing is you finish it, right? And then you have to run all the way down until like you see all this uptime you're losing. Okay, so it's unfortunate. You got a buried treasure roll. It's bad. It's happened a bunch of times. You still want to get that slice nice up good. Got the between the eyes up good. Okay, so you count the odds, procs a couple good rolls. Oh, you guys gonna one phase it? Oh no. See, it's because you guys don't have shock bots. I'm pretty sure your warlock for sure doesn't have it. I don't know why your warlock's doing 7k DPS. But yeah, you definitely got to get those shock bots. There's the shock bots and the haste bot. It's just, okay, so it makes me think that you're taking haste in all the dungeons. You have a lot of haste right now. You have like well over 20%, I think, which is a lot of haste. Usually I sit around somewhere like, I think with the Mechagon rings, it's like, I don't even, 15, 16%, maybe. I could be wrong, I have to look. But you have a lot. So in dungeons, you're typically going to want to take crit. With the exception of this dungeon, Junkyard, because the shock bots scale off haste. Okay, so you got a nice juicy 5 roll right now. Oh no, your motorcycle got caught. Yeah, so when you when you roll like a nice 5 buff like that, and you have the crit roll, the ruthless precision roll, you can use between the eyes basically on cooldown because it's almost guaranteed to crit. Oh no, your team is dying. Did you guys kill this? Okay. What? Your whole team is dead. What happened? Wait, what did the rest of your team die to? I could have sworn the warlock was. What did the warlock die to? What's he doing over there? Oh, did you just bleed out to the dot? Yeah. Oh no, it's shambles. Okay, so yeah, nice Torch Shadows, really good. Okay, so we'll skip. Oh wait, what happened? How'd you get knocked down? Huh? Oh, you were like a little bit too close, I guess? What the heck? I don't know about that. I looked a little, I don't know, that was weird. Okay, so you're just as close. I don't know how it knocked you down last time. Oh no, caught on the box. Ah, okay, so you guys kill it here. Okay. Yeah, so talk about your overall. You're losing a ton of damage not getting the shock bot. That's one. Taking a look at your stats, it's not that bad. It looks like you might be struggling a little bit with just juggling everything that you have to do in like a nice priority order. You know, so I'm seeing like, you know, switch targets. It's just practice. You know, it gets really hectic when there's like a big pack with a lot of stuff to do, you know. So it's just practicing the priority of what needs to be done, you know. Stealth, you roll the bones before you get into the pack, you know. You ambush, you vanish, you ambush. If it's AoE, you get the blade flurry up, get the slice and dice up, get the between the eyes on the target you're hitting, and just cleave off that target. And then once you just practice doing those things, and like, you know, and it varies too. Like sometimes you go into a pack with full combo points, so you're gonna and a roll already, so you don't need to do that stuff. You know, you just dispatch from stealth and immediately get your blade flurry up. You know, you gotta remember, like, what's the situation that I'm in? Is it AoE? Getting blade flurry up is really important. Is it single target? Slice and dice, and I don't have, you know, adrenaline rush, slice and dice, really important. So yeah, it's just remembering to do those things, and I think you'll see your damage go up quite a bit. I don't know if it doesn't look like your mythic rating, so you know that's gonna hurt your damage a little bit just from, you know, you don't have the Vein Ripper, you don't have the Edge of Night, you know, you don't have 311 gear. Don't worry about that. You know, if you just do the things that, you know, I said and remember the priority and stuff, then your damage will go up quite a bit. Obviously, and also another thing in Junkyard, remember to get the shock bots. All right, well, again, if anybody else wants me to review their VODs, I'll put a link of my Discord in the description. Yeah, and I think that's it. Thanks for watching.